Hello dear students, myself Vinit Kumar Vashesh from Kite Group of Institution Ghaziabad. Today we discuss the topic of geothermal energy part 2. In this particular lecture we have to cover these topics: what is geothermal energy, electrical generation, dry steam power plant, flash steam power plant, binary steam power plant, and the status of geothermal energy in India. So, first we start with the geothermal energy. Basically, this is the earth structure, and this is the inner core, this is outer core, and this is the mantle. In the earth core structure, we have to find that whenever we go into the depth, the temperature is rising. So whenever we talk about the crust temperature is around 1000 degrees centigrade, uh, then our inner core temperature is 4000 degrees centigrade. So basically the utilization of the earth's core temperature is considered as the geothermal energy. It's basically used in the direct district heating systems, electricity generation, and the heat pumps. Heat pump already we discussed. Now electricity. Now we have to focus on the power plants. So firstly we have to know about the electricity generation. So first type of the power plant is a dry steam power plant. Basically it uses the superheated pressurized steam around 180 degrees centigrade to 350 degree centigrade. So this is the diagram. In this particular diagram, please go through it. The production well and the geothermal zone. So the inert reservoir is comes through this path and goes to the turbine. After basically this turbine is moved through the steam, and this steam is basically condensed, and through the condenser it again to the hot well. So this is the basic working of the dry steam power plant. So this is the basically illustration of the dry steam power plant. As you see, the basic hot water reservoir, the basic steam is comes from in this way in the red color form, and the steam is pressurized, and due to pressurized steam the turbine rotates, and after steam losing its pressurized, then it's again powered well into the deep hole, and the basic turbine is connected to the generator assembly and the electricity unit. So this is the main function of the dry steam power plant. This is the hot steam from underground is piped directly into turbines, which basically powers the generator. Now move on to our next electricity generation, that is the flash steam power plant. It uses around above the 182 degrees centigrade from geothermal reservoir. Its function is same as the flash dry steam power plant, but in this particular we have to use brine solution. So in this particular we have to use brine solution, and the brine solution get heated through the this hot water steam, and the brine solution is circulated into the whole assembly of the power plant. So it get heated, then run the turbine, brine get heated, then water is stored above the brine solution. So the steam is heated, and the heated steam is pressurized and basically rotate the turbine, and in turbine we have to basically attach the generator and the condenser assembly. So illustration of the flash steam power plant is this. In the flash steam power plant, as you see, basically hot water from the underground is pumped into a cooler temperature flash tank, and the sudden change in temperature basically creates more steam, which powers the generator. So in flash steam power plant we have to focus on the basic brine solution. So brine solution get cooled, and the steam is heated, so the more steam created due to the sudden temperature change, and basically rotate the turbine. And in turbine assembly we have to assign the generator in the electric power station. So this is the main functioning of the flash steam power plant. Now moving on the next power plant, this is the binary cycle power plant. Basically insufficiently hot resources to efficiently produce steam, too many chemical impurities to allow flashing. In this particular type of the power plant we have to use heat exchanger, and in this power plant basically we have to focus on the main problem, like whenever we use the water in the turbine assembly, so the corrosion is the main problem. In this particular segment we have to use the isobutane in the basically running of the turbine. So we have to connect an heat exchanger in the production well. The hot brine solution is basically comes out from the production well and again inerted into the hot brine into the injection well. So a heat exchanger is connected and the isobutane on the turbine assembly is circulated. So heat basically get it through the brine solution, the heat exchanger isobutane vaporize, and basically after vaporization it rotates the turbine. After rotate the turbine, it's again in the liquid form. So this liquid form is circulate. So whenever to basically cool down its isobutane, we use to cooling tower in this particular attached assembly. Illustration of this particular binary cycle power plant is shown in here. So this is the heat exchanger and this is the brine solution comes out from the production well and injected through the injection well. This is the heat exchanger and isobutane is circulated through this. In this form isobutane is vapor form, and in this particular segment isobutane is liquid form. So hot water from underground is pumped through a heat exchanger, which basically heats a second liquid that transform into the steam. Now geothermal energy, basically no negative impact on the environment, release about 1 to 3% of the carbon dioxide emission of a fossil fuel power plant. Now, status of the geothermal energy in India. So basically these are the different geothermal power plants in the we have to Himalayas, Sohna, that west coast, Kombe. This is the region basically provided by the geothermal energy in India, and this is the main location. This is the Manikarn, Uga Valley, that is Unnai, Tua, Jalgaon. These are the locations which basically geothermal power plant sources is found and power plant is established. This is the heat flow structure of this, and the thermal gradient of these power plant are 234 degrees centigrade in Sohna, that is 76 to 96 degrees centigrade per kilometer, and these are the basic ranges of the particular geothermal power plant. Now these are the references, please go through it. Thank you from my side.